The Palace of Versailles started life as a simple hunting lodge and chateau until Louis XIV took over the property in the 1660s. He began expanding and eventually moved his whole court and government there. This began the palace's journey to become the grandest and most opulent building of all time. Multiple wings were added, stables, servants' quarters, and landscape gardens were added. The gardens became the grandest in Europe, with statues, canals, and many other features. It also boasted a zoo with exotic animals. Sculptors and artists adorned the interior. Rooms had solid silver furniture. As the years continued, more rooms and wings were added, also a hall of mirrors. Louis XV took the throne and added another wing and chapel, also a grand royal opera theatre. By the time Louis XVI took the throne, the financial situation was worsening. He focused on improving the royal apartments and gave his queen the Petit Trianon. He also added a theatre. An area was transformed into a rural French hamlet so the queen and her courtiers could play at being peasants. In 1789 to 1799, the people revolted and overthrew the royalty. This property has had an amazing and bloody past, which has led to a slew of hauntings over the years, which has caused the palace to be known as one of the most haunted buildings in the world. I am going to look at some of the most famous ghostly tales. Many people have witnessed the spirit of Queen Marie Antoinette. Her apparition is seen both within the gardens and interior of the palace where she spent her fateful final days. In 1901, two women, Anne Mobley and Eleanor Jourdain, were on a sightseeing trip visiting the Petit Trianon, which was once Marie Antoinette's personal chateau. As the two women roamed the stunning gardens, they met a strange man with a pockmarked face, as though he had had smallpox. He stood staring at them for a while, then disappeared. They came across a group of people in old-fashioned costumes. There was a distinct feeling of dread. Then they happened upon a footman, who directed them towards a wedding party. On investigation, in the months that followed, the women realised the trails and paths that they had travelled were not present in the palace grounds, at least not in 1901, but they were there during the 1790s. They realised the costumes worn by the people they encountered were also from the 1790s. The ladies deduced they had encountered a scene from the distant past, replaying the energy of another time. In 1901 they wrote about their encounter under the pseudonyms. They called their book The Adventure. Within the Petit Trianon, sudden temperature drops have occurred. Strange mists form and poltergeist activity has been witnessed. All this activity has been attributed to Marie Antoinette. Her spirit is also seen in the concierge area. This is where she was held leading up to her beheading. Within the halls of the palace, multiple sightings have occurred. King Louis XVI was witnessed roaming the passages deep in thought. Amongst other activity that has been witnessed, Benjamin Franklin's spirit has been seen. He visited the royal couple in 1778. Napoleon Bonaparte and also Charles de Gaulle have been witnessed around the Grand Trianon area. They both stayed there whilst visiting. The stunning place, that is the Palace of Versailles, has seen its fair share of bloodshed and heartbreak over the years. It is undeniable that some of its former residents and guests still make their presences felt for the more modern day visitors. If you want to visit this amazing location to experience its opulence or its ghostly energies, it is open today as a grand museum. If you've enjoyed this walk through the history of the ghostly goings-on of the Palace of Versailles, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more historically interesting videos. It's totally free of charge and has absolutely no commitments. I thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.